Hi there. These comments are for MA. I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. Free high quality TOEFL lessons. And my blog yesterday got 857 visits in one day. I can tell you because of all the comments, believe me. I have 920 TOEFL lessons at this blog right now, and everything is free. I do have some services you can sign up for, but you don't have to if you don't want. But all of this content is free for you. And actually, you're doing my free TOEFL writing evaluation service, right? So you completed a TOEFL independent writing practice test, and you want to get feedback. You want to see how you scored, right? So first of all, here's the writing prompt. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Teachers should be paid according to how much their students learn. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. And this is what you wrote, right? So looking at it, I'm going to give you 3.0 out of 5, 20 points out of 30, and there are some problems that I think you can improve on to make your writing stronger. So first of all, 3, it says addresses a topic using somewhat developed explanations, examples, and or details. It means that a lot of these paragraphs that you wrote, like this one, this is 64 words. This one is 61. This is 45. And then this one is a little bit better at 92. But I recommend that you have paragraphs between 100 and 150 words. So I don't think you're really developing your ideas as much as you need to. So that's going to improve and it's not just writing more words, but it's focusing and developing something a little bit more within each of those paragraphs. I'll show you what that'll look like in just a minute. Another one it says, displays unity, progression, and coherence, though connection of ideas may be occasionally obscured. And that's exactly the case in your writing. You say, in what follows, I will support my perspective. That's not really a good thesis statement. And then here, the significant reason is teachers get bounce. You mean if they get bonuses, and so are proportional to their teaching, it leads to an increase in student learning. So you need to be a little more precise in how you explain your ideas, and be careful that you're not using the wrong word, because that interferes in the meaning of your ideas. Okay, so I think that's probably, there's some other issues going on, but I don't want to worry about those right now. I'm going to look at the kind of the big things. So let's take a look at this idea, one of your body paragraphs, and I'm going to show you what I mean by developing it a little bit more. You say the significant reason is if teacher get bounce and sour proportional to their teaching, it leads to increase in student learning, because as much as teachers' effort more for students, you're using effort as a verb, and you can't do that. By the way, you have proportionally students' learning speeds up. For example, teachers in Iran get paid more when they taught in private schools. Therefore, those students studying in these schools, I would say those schools get better results than the other students, right? So if I take this paragraph and then I develop it more, here's what it's going to look like, so you can get an idea. Now, my strategy was I wanted to take this idea and really, really develop that. And that's going to show some depth and progression of thought. So then it would look like this. First, paying teachers according to how much your students learn will lead to an increase in learning. For example, teachers in Iran get paid more when they teach in private schools, especially if students learn more, or if they perform higher on standardized tests than those students who attend public schools. In fact, a close friend of mine, this is the example. See, you think that you're giving an example here. No, You just talk about things in a general sense. An example means you give some specific name, some specific thing, and you develop that idea. And I just made it up, by the way. In fact, a close friend of mine, Afag, attended an Iranian private school in which her teachers were paid bonuses when their students learned more. She told me that her chemistry, biology, and language arts teachers were such exceptional teachers that she was so academically prepared that she was able to get admitted into Boston University in the United States. Unfortunately, I attended a public school in Iran where teachers were paid the same regardless of student learning, and my education was far less effective. Right? So this takes this idea, right? But instead of it being 28 words, I take that example, only that one example, and I develop it for 94 words. Do you see the difference? So I take time to take that example you brought up and I detail it. I talk about it more. And that strengthens the argument you're trying to make. So I think you could do better in every single paragraph. And it isn't good to have 6 paragraphs, by the way, at least with this topic. I would use 4 or maybe 5 paragraphs. You might have 3 reasons or 2 reasons. And I think that's probably all you're going to have time to do in 30 minutes. Okay, so your score here is 3.0 out of 5, 20 points out of 30. If you're interested in a TOEFL course, if you're tired of not reaching your TOEFL goals and you want to finish the TOEFL once and for all, right? In the email, right below my name, you'll see my office hours, right? And then you can come by my virtual office hours and just ask me, say, Michael, we're going to talk face-to-face, Zoom. I'm using Zoom right now, right? You can talk to me face-to-face and say, Michael, here is my current TOEFL score. Here are my goals. What do I need to do in order to reach these goals? And I can recommend a study plan that can help you finish the TOEFL once and for all. That's it. All right, thank you.